I have a motion on the consent agenda.
Second.
Second discussion. All those in favor? Aye. Come on.
You're the only one, Bob.
Resolution 10101, authorizing an IGA of the City of Portland. Mr. General Manager.
Thank you, Mr. President and board members. I think many of you know that as the city builds out the East Side Streetcar Loop project, which if you have been on MLK or Grand Avenue, you see that there's lots of construction going on. That is really the utility relocation efforts that are associated with the actual installation, ultimate installation of trackage there. And if you actually go up just along Sullivan's Gulch on the road between Grand and the 11th, 12th Bridge, you will see a bunch of rails stacked up. That likewise is rail for the streetcar. But as a result of that, we are designated as the federal recipient of grants. And you had authorized us to apply for a grant, enter into an intergovernmental agreement with the City of Portland. This, however, expands that intergovernmental agreement with the City of Portland and thereby seeking your authorization. A number of other services that TriMet can and would provide to the City of Portland in the construction of that project is something we're very willing to do, but we expect to be fully reimbursed, and that's what this intergovernmental agreement will do, not just for the direct cost, but also the indirect cost, the fringe benefits, and other sorts of things. It's a fully loaded agreement. We would, you see there on the second page of the staff report, the actual volumes, dollar volumes in each category, but it is it's something we typically do with our partners. In this case, because the City of Portland is not a designated federal recipient for FTA funds, we are the pass-through of that. And then secondly, we would, because of our expertise, would provide those services. So with that, you have to answer any questions, but would urge your approval.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Second.
Discussion. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Resolution 10102, authorizing contracts for the Portland-Milwaukee Light Rail Project. Mr. General Manager.
Thank you, Mr. President, board members. As we've outlined to you before, that there's a whole series of contract elements to be able to proceed with the Portland-Milwaukee Light Rail Project. Obviously, the big issues are around construction. This is around a relatively narrow issue, that is survey services that are necessary as the final work on the actual design and location of property lines and so on are in fact finalized for the project. We issued a request for proposals for these types of services back in early November. We had a total of 11 firms that applied. We indicated at the time we would choose up to 2 firms to be able to supply that work. We have an internal evaluation committee, and they did in fact evaluate and rank the top 5, chose the top 5 firms. Then as we proceeded on with negotiations, we are proposing to be able to select OTAC to be able to provide services on the east side of the Willamette River, and they were ranked number 1 by that evaluation committee. On the west side, we proposed to choose the second highest ranked firm, that is CH2M Hill, to be able to perform those survey services west of the Willamette River. With that, we'd be happy to answer any other questions, but we would urge your approval to enter into contracts with these 2 firms for those survey services.
Motion. So moved. Second. Discussion.
I just have one question. Fred, do we have anyone participate from the Portland metropolitan area as far as this contract is concerned?
Well, CH2M has a very large presence here, if that's what you're asking. Yeah. OTAC is I want to say Lake Oswego-based, firm. The other firms that were involved, I can't remember, are they the other 3 firms of the 5 that were not chosen?
They're all local, and by nature of the survey services, they would require local recognition.
Okay.
All those in favor?